Hey guys, thanks for tuning back in. I've got another stretch goal update for you on the Kickstarter campaign for Thorneycroft SA80 British Bullpup firearms. We clobbered another one, specifically another one that allows us to add another chunk of interesting ancillary bullpup content, this time on the American T31 bullpup. What is that thing? Tell me, Jonathan, I thought this was British bullpup firearms, not everybody's bullpup firearms. What's the deal?
Yeah, so I was starting out this writing process, research process. I was quite fixated on the British stuff, and was reminded by my editors that we needed some comparisons. And of course, it makes perfect sense. Britain wasn't operating in a vacuum by any means. We weren't. When things like the EM2 are being designed, we're not immediately at war with anyone, but we've just come out of a huge global conflict with one nation, and we're eyeing another one or two as to where this might go next. And part of the story of EM2 is trying to get something modern into the British forces, because we still had a bolt action, you might be aware. The American sort of flirtation with bullpups, therefore, is interesting because the imperative wasn't quite so strong. You had the M1 Garand, very capable, capacities on the small side by this point, but already light years ahead of the British. So there are a couple of different American references to American bullpups that appear in the book, but we thought we'd pick out the T31, obviously the American experimental system at the time used the T letter, and the T31 was a Springfield product, if you like, or didn't get as far as being a product, but an attempt to create a bullpup rifle for the same reasons: lighter weight, shorter length, still preserving the long barrel, which of course is the overriding theme of a bullpup. And this is, amusingly, this is what John Garand, who actually designed the thing, so this could have been the Garand bullpup. So this is another what might have been story, which I think is one of the big draws of this book, is basically alt history, but real alt history, if you see what I mean, based on real history. And one of the other aspects we cover in the book in quite some detail is where the name bullpup comes from, what other names people and organizations gave to a weapon in bullpup configuration. And what I love about Garand's design is what he called it. He nicknamed it the cart before the horse rifle, because it's putting the barrel before, anyway, you get the idea. So it's got this wacky looking muzzle brake on it. Springfield historic site very kindly providing some images of it for us, and it's this kind of parallel universe, or not parallel universe, but American equivalent of really EM2, to put it that way. And it looks a little primitive, if I may say, without doing down the great man himself. And it takes some other design choices that I won't spoil now if you're not aware of it. But so it's a 30 cal, very American take on a bullpup rifle.
Well, I know I look forward to seeing a nice comparison to what the Americans were doing with bullpups when the British were working on EM1 and EM2, so that will be very cool to see. If you guys haven't pre-ordered your copy of Jonathan's book yet, head on over to our Kickstarter campaign. There is a link in the description text below, and you have the opportunity to pick up some cool Kickstarter exclusive versions of the book, as well as a chance to help us continue break some more stretch goals and make the book even better still. Thanks for watching.